Hi everyone, welcome to Cooking from the Heart with Julie. Today we're going to be making a classic potato salad with a twist. I'm telling you guys, this is going to be absolutely delicious and I can't wait for you guys to try it. Alrighty, so our ingredients are going to be about 5 or 6 peeled and cubed potatoes. So we're going to peel the potatoes and we're going to cube them to about 1-inch pieces, guys, okay? So not too big. We're doing them bite size. We're going to, let's see. We have some roasted red peppers from a jar. You can roast them yourself at home. I have these from the jar. So you're going to use about 1 roasted red pepper and you're going to cut that up. We need about half of a red onion chopped very fine. You see, it's very fine. 1 celery stalk. I cut them into thin slices and then the slices I cut in half, okay? So that the pieces aren't so big. We're gonna need also 3 boiled eggs sliced, 1 cup of mayo, about a teaspoon of salt, a few grinds of black pepper, or if you want to do teaspoon size, you could probably do about half a teaspoon. I have some smoked paprika, which is here. So 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, 1 teaspoon of salt. And I don't have Dijon mustard, which is what I would prefer. So I'm going to use regular yellow mustard, and that's 3 tablespoons of mustard there. If you have Dijon mustard, go ahead and use 2 tablespoons of Dijon mustard. We're going to bring a pot with water to a boil, a rapid boil, and we're going to go ahead and add, one went overboard. We're going to go ahead and add our potatoes. They're cubed, like I said, peeled and cubed to about 1-inch pieces, so we want them pretty much bite size. And we're going to go ahead and boil these until they're fork tender. Since we cut them into 1-inch pieces, it shouldn't take too long. I would say maybe about 15 minutes or so. Just check on them, and once a knife or a fork goes through the center, then you know they're done. Now in the meantime, what we're going to do is we're going to make some burgers too. Let me show you the ingredients for that. Now, to make these delicious burgers, we're going to need, I'm only making a few, guys, so this recipe is scaled down to size. I have some ground beef here that I actually ground myself with my grinder. So I have about, I would say, 1.5 pounds of ground beef there. I have, I would say, about 1/4 cup of bacon. We're going to fry it, and then you're going to chop it up into small pieces. I would say about 1/4 cup. You can use more if you'd like. It could be bacon, but I actually used pork jowls for this, which is very similar. And just cut it and fried it up into these little pieces. So what you do is that if it's bacon, you go ahead or bacon or the jowls, you cut it first before you cook it. Cut it into small pieces, and then you go ahead and fry it up, okay? We have about, I would say, half a teaspoon of salt, and then I have some black pepper here that I'm going to go ahead and grind into the meat. So we're going to mix all of that together, and we're going to try not to overwork the meat too much. Just go ahead and mix it just a little bit so all the ingredients are combined well. So while I'm waiting for the potatoes to cook through, I have 2 corn on the cobs in a piece of aluminum foil. I put a couple of pats of butter on them, and I salted the cobs just a little bit. So I'm going to wrap them up in the aluminum foil to get them ready for the grill. All right, guys, so the potatoes are fork tender. I went ahead, I drained them. After I drained them in a colander, I rinsed them in cold water so that they can stop the cooking process and not get too soft. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding the rest of the ingredients. Oh, this is really out of focus. Hold on. Let's see. Okay, that's better. So I'm going to go ahead and put in the cup of mayonnaise. the half a teaspoon of salt, the smoked paprika, the mustard, I wish I had Dijon, and of course the roasted red peppers, the onion, and the celery. All right, so I should turn this around. Sorry, guys. Oh, I'll get the hang of this. So we're gonna go ahead and mix all of this up and then taste it. Okay, so I'm gonna mix that up and I'll be back. I forgot to add the egg, so I'm gonna add the egg now. How can we forget our boiled eggs? Now we're talking. So I said 3 eggs for this amount of potatoes. I would dare to say to go ahead and add 4 boiled and sliced eggs. So I make potato salad all the time, but not this version. This is actually a new version. So I got sidetracked and I forgot to add the boiled egg before. All right. So we gently mix it. You see how I'm like folding it, not too vigorously? Okay, guys, so I put the corn on the grill. And I went ahead and put the burgers as well. I put the corn about 15-20 minutes before the burgers. I keep shooting at the wrong angle. So I went ahead and put the corn 15-20 minutes before the burgers. The corn takes a little longer than the burgers. And look at that. You can see the little bacon bits inside the burger itself. I'm telling you guys, you're going to love this. Bacon and brown sugar burgers. Delicious.